What's up, everybody? This is Carmine Davis, and you are watching and listening to the Carmine Davis Show. Okay, so let's get into this tea real quick. Okay, let's start off, right? We did something different. I took to my socials and asked you all what y'all wanted me to talk about this weekend. There's been a lot going on this weekend, and I wanted to hear from you guys. What hot topics did y'all want to hear? All right, so some of the polls asked about Faith Evans, her drama that she's got going on. What's his name? Young Thug. Of course, we got to talk about the Keke Palmer and the Darius Jackson situation. But I'm going to go in order of the least to most votes. And then there's a lot of stuff that just broke that I have to talk about. So let's just get into the show. If you're new, subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. I'm doing for my health, child. Make sure you guys follow us everywhere on socials. Instagram.com/Carmine Davis. Instagram.com/Carmine Davis. I'm taking the conversation to Threads. I'm at Carmine Davis on Threads. Twitter.com/Carmine Davis. TikTok.com/@Carmine Davis. Facebook.com/Carmine Davis. Anywhere you can find us, follow us, and let's get into the conversation, okay? I want to have more of an open conversation with you guys when it comes to, especially to the hot topics, all right? This first hot topic, of course, is coming from lovebscott.com. Shout out to lovebscott.com. Coming in at number 3, Faith Evans' daughter dragged into Stevie J's court drama, served with his legal paperwork outside LA home. It's never a dull moment when Stevie J is involved. Okay, Stevie J claimed he was not properly served with a lawsuit over music royalties, telling the court the process server went to his ex-wife's home and not his. According to court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, the music producer was sued by a company named Royalty Recovery. The lawsuit brought in New York court claimed Stevie entered into an agreement with Royalty Recovery in 2005. The company said the ex-love and hip-hop star put them in a place of collecting his unpaid royalties. For 15 years, Royalty Recovery said it worked with Stevie and collected hundreds of thousands for him per their deal. The company was to be paid a fee for their work. In 2011, Royalty Recovery said Stevie created a company called Company with a K Worldwide LLC. Fast forward to 2020, the company said Stevie worked out a deal with a third party to cut Royalty Recovery out. Okay, Royalty Recovery said it had valid contract with that Jordan breached. The company demanded unspecified damages from Jordan. Recently, Royalty Recovery obtained a default against Company Worldwide, but not Jordan. Now, Jordan has filed a declaration demanding the entire case be thrown out. The music producer said that he has never been properly served. He said the person the process server handed the documents to was his ex-wife, Faith Evans' daughter, China Tahiri Griffin. He wrote that China is not his daughter. He said that the home the process server went out to is not his home and is owned by my ex-wife, Faith Evans. I have not lived at the property since on or about May the 1st, 2022. It was never my dwelling place nor my usual place of abode in December 2022. I was never served with the summons and complaint in this action, either in person or otherwise, and never received a copy of them by mail. Jordan added that he learned Royalty Recovery recently fired off subpoenas to Warner Chappell Music and Broadcast Music seeking information about his deals. Child. Jordan said that the subpoenas are overly broad and call for information beyond any alleged agreement I had with Royalty Recovery, which I terminated more than a decade ago. The subpoenas are designed to harass and create unreasonable annoyance, to interfere with my relationship with the subpoenaed entities, and to disadvantage and prejudice me in favor of Royalty Recovery and its continued misrepresentations about its right with regard to my intellectual property. As RadarOnline.com previously reported earlier this year, Jordan and Faith settled their bitter divorce. A judge has yet to rule. Okay, he's going to get this thrown out. That makes a lot of sense. One thing about Stevie J is, and a lot of niggas just like Stevie, is that they keep up a lot of mess because they're smart. You know, they keep up a lot of shit because they're very bright, they're really smart, and they know how to get what they want and know how to make their ways around and wiggle out the system. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, leave a comment below if you understand where I'm coming from. CJ ain't gonna pay them people. They went on and recovered his assets or whatever he needs, and now he's telling them that they gave the money to China. I'm a big Faith Evans fan, so anytime Faith Evans is involved, I love to know what's going on. Okay, she's such a mess to me, but she's a lovable mess, and I love her. Just a real ghetto mess. Every time Faith Evans is in the picture, I tune in. I don't really pay attention to Stevie J like that, and I did not know that they were married and divorced like that. I don't watch the show. I'm not a big Love and Hip Hop fan. I'm a casual watcher, but when Faith Evans was on, I kind of watched the relationship blossom. I just didn't want to believe that they were really married. And now that your daughter is getting subpoenaed, it's so ghetto. It's just ghetto. It's all just ghetto, really, really ghetto. And I don't expect much from these people. Leave a comment below. Make sure you guys subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. We're going to move on to the next hot topic coming into from you guys' vote on socials. Instagram.com/Carmine Davis, Instagram.com/Carmine Davis Show, Twitter.com/Carmine Davis, Threads @Carmine Davis, @Carmine Davis everywhere. You guys really tapped in with me. And coming in the second place, most voted story for me to talk about was LovelyScott.com. Judge says rap lyrics can be used as evidence in Young Thug's YSL RICO case. A judge decided on Thursday that rap lyrics by the Atlanta artist Young Thug and his collaborators will be allowed as evidence. God damn. The trial is set to start with opening statements on November 27th and will use the rapper's music and social media for connections to alleged criminal activities. Defense attorneys initially argued that the lyrics were part of constitutionally protected free speech and shouldn't be admitted due to their potential to prejudice jurors. However, Fulton County Superior Court Chief Judge Ural Glanville allowed for the inclusion of 17 sets of song text. According to AP News, they can be utilized under the condition prosecutors can demonstrate their relevance to accusations against the Atlanta native. So basically, he's using the lyrics, and they're able to piece it together with what's going on in this RICO case. The question is not rap lyrics. The question is gang lyrics. Oh my God! And Mike Carlson, he insisted they weren't being contested for their artistic value, but for their perpetuated role in criminal acts. There are party admissions. They happen to come in form of lyrics. The legal professional added. I don't like that. The prosecution's stance is that Thug's verse and public persona as a co-founder of Young Slime Life promoted the group's violent actions. On the other hand, the defense maintains that YSL is a record label and that the lyrics are artistic expressions. Representing Yak Gotti, attorney Doug Weinstein stated, they're going to look at these lyrics and instantly say they're guilty. They are not going to look at the evidence that's actually probative of their guilt once these lyrics get in front of them. Meanwhile, Killer Mike expressed his feelings about the potential infringement of the people's freedom via Instagram. He further urged his followers to educate themselves on the subject. This decision scares me, he wrote. This threatens all Americans' First Amendment rights, in my opinion. In October, jury selection concluded after nearly a year. Earlier this month, Wrap Up reported that the judge was visibly frustrated after prosecutors allegedly withheld evidence. Tap in below, read the receipts in the description box to get that article yourself. There's like a live feed about the YSL case. I'm kind of over this, and it shows a lot of racism to me. I think when people choose to use rap lyrics in these court cases, it is a sign of racism because you don't give them their just due. So if they've done whatever they did, okay, let me make it make sense. If they've done whatever, or they didn't do what they allegedly done, and you don't have hard evidence, you can't go to my music that I'm selling that is a part of piece of my art and expression, but I'm also a merchandise. It's a product. So you can't use that against something that I'm selling to prove that I was shooting someone here, if that makes any sense. So because I wrote about killing people on my song December 2022, and then something went down January 2023, that doesn't mean that here, May 2023, that you can prosecute me for something that I sung and rapped or wrote in December. Do you get what I'm saying? And as an artist, that does scare me. Like, you can write a lot. You can, as an artist, you pull from a lot of different places, whether it is pieces of you. There might be a violent bitch inside of me. I call her Strawberry. You know, she's the stripper bitch that protects me in real ghetto situations, the one that keeps my eyes on my money. But I should not, if I'm recording a record in the persona of Strawberry, that doesn't mean that I'm going to take a bottle to some nigga's head at the strip club because I did a song about it. That's just art. Like, any artist who really does put their music pen to pad, you know, a lot of what you write is loosely based off your life, and it's an exaggerated form of who you are. Artistic expression is a part of what an artist, like, that's what you need. And I feel like that's to use that to go against this man and make a life decision, like a real life decision, is kind of perversion to me. It's sick. Leave a comment below if you understand where I'm coming from. I don't think that it's fair. I feel like people really use, especially white jurors or the jury period, or the judge, all of them use rap lyrics against these rappers because they don't understand that rap is a form of entertainment. It's an art and it's a product. So they look at they coincide rap music with thuggery and gangsters. But in reality, it could be completely different. You get what I'm saying? And that's rooted in racism to me. They all look at us like we're thugs. They all look at us like connecting to our lifestyle with this type of music that we listen to or we promote, you know, or whatever. And they think that it's really who you are, but it doesn't have to be exactly who you really are. You could be a civilized person and rap about things that might have happened to you or your friends, or the same way you would with a rock and roller or a pop artist like myself. Like, because I'm writing about sucking 3 dicks doesn't mean that I guess I have. But that should not be used against me. Leave a comment below if you understand. We're moving on. That's the second hot topic. This third hot topic, of course, from loveyscott.com. We have got to we've got to unpack this Keke Palmer and Darius Jackson thing. Okay, the mama got involved, right? Just from what I gathered on Twitter, right? Really quickly, I don't really want to go in it and pry into, because I don't delight in people's disruptions or their domestic disputes. Like, I don't think that that's fun. Zodiac and Croy Bierman did not file a response to a lawsuit with their bank, and the decision is going to cost them. How were y'all able to live so lavishly, everybody, for years, and post on Instagram you flying with your nails done?
This is fascinating to me.
But just to catch y'all up, because y'all are kind of messy like me, and I love that, you know. So part of me wants to know what's going on. I love Keke Palmer. So just to kind of catch y'all up, she basically served papers, from what I'm gathering, she's basically served the papers saying that she's wanted custody. She wants sole custody of her baby, citing that Darius, who I did not know before Keke Palmer even steps in the picture. I'm sorry, excuse my ignorance, but I didn't know this man. But so in my mind, he's Keke Palmer's baby daddy. So she cited that she wants separation from him, full custody of the baby and everything, because he's abusive. Then, in order for her to prove that he was abusive, she submitted surveillance images from her camera at home where he is laying it to her, dragging her ass through the apartment complex. Like, it's a mess, right? And she's saying, using all this like text and information that he said to her, like, now he understands why mammals eat their firstborn, and all these disgusting, grisly things, to step up and stand up and to protect her and her baby, right? And hoping that the judge and the jury, and even us at home, which I don't think we have anything to do with this, but that we will see that she's surviving and she's trying to do the things that she can to protect her and her baby. Of course, people on Black Twitter, of course, is divided, you know, like any other Black woman issues. They look at her like she was just hugged over with him the other day in dinner and all that. But these are people who either A, don't understand domestic violence or how domestic situations work, or they know it all too well and it's normal for them. So you can't really take them into consideration. So the mama steps in. Well, the brother stepped in, right? Saranis Jackson, who I do know from Insecure, his fine ass. Was he Dro from Insecure? Fine, 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 fine. I think he's so sexy. So he steps in talking about, you know, justice is going to be justice, basically justice on deck like an ace of spades. Like, you will all see how Keke Palmer really is. She's vile, you know, all these things like a brother would say to protect an abuser. So in this corner, you got Keke Palmer and her mama, right? Her mama comes out of nowhere and she does this video. I'm gonna clip it here, and I'm probably gonna put the audio in the audio version.
Look, I've never done anything like this. I've been in this business for 22 years. I've seen a lot of stuff, but this is I can't help myself. For Sharonis Jackson to post on his Twitter, the ridiculous stuff that he's posted when he knew his brother was abusive. I went to Sharonis over a year ago and told him that his brother was abusive to my daughter. And he said, well, I used to be like that too. What? So now he's posting on Twitter like he's this special guy when we know he's the biggest boy in Hollywood. He's disrespectful to women just like his little brother. He taught his brother how to be abusive. So he don't get to act like he's this special guy. No, you're a boy and you're a part of the problem.
Well, basically, in turn, she's saying how, you know, Serranos needs to sit his motherfucking ass down because he don't know shit. He be beating bitches at the upside their head at the house. And when I reached out to him trying to get the situation fixed, he told me that, of course, his brother did that. He used to do it too. So now I'm looking at Serranos, I'm looking at Dro, like, oh my God, you be beating. And now it makes all kind of sense because he does, if I'm attracted to him. We all know one thing about me. If you don't know much, you do know that if I'm attracted to someone, like, everything in me wants to groove with him. He is dangerous. He's a fuckboy. He might have bodies. He might have killed someone. He might have hurt someone. So it makes sense that he is a fuckboy, and then his brother's a fuckboy. We got the surveillance video. So now we're in this weird place. Okay, just catching y'all up. According to lovebscott.com, this is the third hot topic that was voted from you guys on social media. Keke Palmer had problems with ex-boyfriend before Vegas incident, but it was the beginning of the end, says source. The news that Keke Palmer has been granted a temporary restraining order against her ex-boyfriend, Darius Jackson, as well as sole custody of their 8-month-old son, Leotis, came as a shock. Just last month, Palmer and Jackson appeared publicly amicable during an event in Los Angeles for her streaming network, Key TV. Palmer filed a request for a domestic violence restraining order against Jackson in California on Thursday, November the 9th. That's when all hell broke loose on Twitter. According to the documents reviewed by People, the 30-year-old actress asked the court for full physical and legal custody of her son, citing multiple allegations of physical abuse in the filing. Like we said, a source with knowledge of this relationship revealed that while there have been issues in the relationship in the past, the Las Vegas incident was the tipping point. The source stated, I don't think the Vegas incident caused all of this. There were problems before, but I do think it's the beginning of the end. Fans were quick to come to Palmer's defense following the incident. On X, formerly known as Twitter, one Palmer fan wrote, if a woman is as famous as Keke Palmer can get abused under the radar for over a year, then imagine what it's like for countless women who don't have class, fame, or money to leverage as protection. Keke had security footage. What about the women who only have their word? It's scary. Another user replied, she has security footage and there's still brain dead fucking stains insisting that she must have provoked him or he was being reactive. It's fucking ridiculous. Though the pair never commented on the incident directly, Palmer seemed to make light of the situation by joining Usher in the video for his song Boyfriend. She also shared a video of her hanging out with Jackson on her 30th birthday. As RadarOnline.com previously reported, Palmer was worried about her child's safety after her ex said he understood why some male animals want to eat their children. The Lightyear actress claimed that due to Jackson's uncontrolled violent outbursts in the past, whenever he became jealous, I became seriously concerned he would hurt our son, even if it was just to hurt me. Oh, God. I believe Keke. I know a lot of people want to bring it up like, Keke's lied in the past. She ain't lied about nobody who was innocent. Hello? Shit. So, I mean, to me, I think a couple of things are happening here. Keke is a woman who is spent all her life in entertainment, and she knows the difference between a persona and a job. Her job was to make light and to make that situation that she had going on with Usher in Las Vegas. I'm feeling like people don't want to bring Usher in this, but I'm going to because I'm real and fuck Usher. I love him, but fuck him. So when she was being serenaded by Usher on socials or whatever, and it went viral, Darius came and commented, about her dress and saying that she wasn't donned like a mother. That was the first sign. The fact that this grown motherfucker with a baby, would take to Twitter and tear down his baby mama in her dress. And out of jealousy, we should have, as a group collectively, as an honorary member of Black Twitter, because I don't tweet like that, and we talked about why. We all should have gathered our things and got her out that house before she made it back from Vegas. Like, it's something going on. There's something to be said. If a man can attack you on social media who has, I don't give a fuck if he has 20 followers, right? Anything is amplified. So if he felt the need to attack you, his famous wife, who's out and about, and of course, when the lights go on as an entertainer, you are going to show up. You're going to show out. You're going to put Keke Palmer, the brand and the image first. That's just natural. It's just who you are. There's a difference between people who are artists, right? And brands and all those things, and regular folks. And that logic is not going to come to you. It's not going to make sense to you. How Keke Palmer runs her business and her image and Keke Palmer, it's not going to make sense to the bitch Stacy down the street who is lucky walking around with dirty ass K-Swisses and 20 followers and commenting, who has the time to comment on shit like this, like for free. Like, it's not the same thing as Keke Palmer. So there's an image that she has to maintain before she even met Darius. Then Darius has his own situations, and you can see the red flags just like anybody. Keke Palmer is still a red-blooded woman. So ignoring the red flags is common. You don't want to believe, and he's fine. Like, you see your fine-ass man and you want to ignore the red sign. I'm kind of ignoring the red signs in my own relationship, which we're going to talk about today on patreon.com/Carmine Davis. A lot of things can go unchecked. And you really are sitting there and you don't really want to admit that you're seeing the things that you're seeing. It's got to be something that you're doing. You want to have a conversation, especially when you're dating someone who's so fine. You got a baby together and all these things. Y'all have all these plans and you're just like, okay, maybe I need to work on myself. Maybe Keke Palmer did see that as an opportunity to work on herself and become, separate the two. Let him know that this is a part of Keke Palmer. But that does not stop him from looking at her and embarrassment, reading the comments, he looked at all the shit that we've said on the internet and he used it against her. It's just a sad situation. And I'm praying for Keke. Leave a comment below if you understand where I'm trying to come from. Make sure you guys subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. That was the hottest hot topic that was voted for this week. Man, Keke. Damn, Keke. I know she's going to be okay. She's a Virgo. She's my earth sign sister. So I know she's going to be okay. Prayers up for Keke. But I'm going to do one more hot topic because this is breaking. According to LovelyScott.com, Herbo says his Instagram rant wasn't about Chris Brown after singer asked Funny Marco about tense interview with rapper. Chris Brown and Herbo are putting a stop to the rumor mill amid speculation that the two artists are at odds with each other. During an appearance on Funny Marco's Open Thought series, Brown mentioned Herbo's chat with Marco in October. So you just letting light-skinned niggas bully you, Brown asked the host. Fans were quick to run away with Chris Brown's comment, speculating that there was a beef between him and Herbo. Speculation ran rampant, and Herbo hopped on social media and posted a video, which people thought was aimed at Breezy. PSA, that's a public service announcement for the simple fact that I don't be having nobody's name in my mouth, especially niggas, Herbo shared. If you have my name in your mouth talking to another party, a person, I hope you're able to back it up. Herbo continued, and I hope you tough, way tougher than me, because I hear it, I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you. I'm about to start treating niggas like the bitches they are. A lot of you niggas are bitches and been bitches. Breezy subsequently took to his Instagram story to fan the flames, clarifying that his comments were nothing but love. Y'all gotta chill with the negative shit, Brown wrote. Okay. Herbo is my real blooder. Oh, girl. Now y'all can go listen to the album and chill the fuck out, Jesus Christ. Herbo jumped to the comment section of DJ Academic's repost of his video to reveal that he has no ill towards Brown. I'm not talking about no fucking Chris, he wrote. Stop posting this, gang. Y'all reaching. G Herbo and Southside made headlines during their appearance on Funny Marco YouTube series Open Thoughts last month. The duo trolled the comedian throughout the entire episode, which resulted in some tense moments among them. One allegedly being the destruction of Marco's $30,000 watch. Ugh, the League of the Extraordinarily Disappointing Gentlemen. Okay, we gotta add G Herbo, which and Southside, because that was fuckery. But I thought it was funny. I like. Look, okay, it's refreshing to me. Hear me out. It's refreshing. It's refreshing seeing men on the couch or talking to each other, and we get to see it and they're having real nigga conversation. If they don't like something, they're saying something. I don't condone violence, but if I condone violence, it's the kind of violence I want to see. You know, niggas saying it to each other's face, taking it to each other's platforms about how they really feel about each other. Instead of all that, I'm you my blooder and all that shit. But then they would take down a woman so quick in an instant. You know, where was all this love from Chris Brown when Tinashe said what she had to say, just in passing? You know, I don't know if you guys know about it, but she made a comment that was the song they did together was forced upon her. And Chris Brown ran to Instagram to shade, or Twitter to shade this woman. So where was all of the love and can we just listen to the albums in peace when Tinashe just made a comment? This nigga threatened you. He was talking about you. Let's just drop the act. He was definitely talking about Chris Brown on some gang shit. He told him what was up. But low key on some messy shit because he didn't really address him. It's kind of mean girlish. The boys in the industry are definitely Regina Georgian this whole social media shit. Leave a comment below. I think it's really messy. I feel like the girls are the only ones who are direct these days. They're getting attacked left to right. If it was a female, there would be no love. It would be some hair pulling, some eye scratching. It'd be some low blows, you know, and no kisses and making up like it is with these niggas. Leave a comment below if you understand what I'm saying. And that's the show. Fuck Chris Brown. Fuck all of them. Fuck all you niggas. And except for my niggas. I ride for my niggas. Fuck them other niggas. And I love y'all. I will talk to y'all next week. By the way, my EP, my remix EP for I Know What Boys Like is out now. So make sure you guys go to Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, and listen to that. I worked really with some great producers, and I'm thankful for Christopher Butler for allowing me to cut the project. There's not a lot of covers of the song because they don't give everybody permission to cover the song. So, and I don't think a lot of people are brave enough to cover it. So I'm thankful for you guys for the support, and make sure you guys stream it, run it up. Thank you guys. Love y'all. Peace.